Hello everyone. So today we'll discuss the topic called members of the class. So the topic name is members of the class. So when you want to access the any object, you have to define the members of the class. Okay. So here the members of the class can be any data or a functions. Okay, it may be any data or functions. Members of a class can be any data or a functions. That is one point. And second point, the public data members, whatever you defined in the public access specifier, public data members of the objects of a class can be accessed. Okay, so the public data members, okay, whatever you declared in the public section, okay, of objects, okay. So in that of a class can be accessed. So you can access using there is an operator called using direct. There is one operator, we call it as direct member access operator. Direct member access operator, that is dot operator. That is nothing but what? Dot. Okay. So the public data members which can be defined, you can access by the direct member access operator, that is the dot operator. So that is dot. Then when you go to the syntax, so syntax tells the class, okay, the class and the object dot, as we have the member data. This is one way. Another way, class and the object dot, we have again member function. So data or functions. So member functions. So here member function with the arguments. If there are some arguments, you can define it here only. Arguments. Okay, so these are the two way of writing the syntax. Okay, so one, class object dot is the operator, then member data, and second one, class object dot member function with the arguments if there are some arguments. Then if you go to the example, when you go to the example for this, that is how to access this member access operator. So here, if I write a small example, that is, we will define with the directive the class. Class I will define with a rectangle. Okay, so the class is a keyword, rectangle is a name of the class. Then open brace, we will declare int L, int, we have declared breadth, that is B. Okay, now public. As I told you, if you are not declared any access specifier, by default here it will take it as a private. Okay, if you declare also, if you not declared, this will section consider it as a private only. Then we will define the function, that is, we will define one function, get data. Then another function, you can define it, okay, any function name. Okay, so area, compute area. Then we will define another function, that is compute display. Okay, these are the three functions we defined in the public section. Then close the brace, close the semicolon. Now int main function open brace. So we should define the class with the object. So what is the class name? Rectangle. Rectangle is a class name. For this we create an object, that is R1. Then from this object we can access all the three functions, that is R1 dot. That is what? This is the dot operator we are using, that is direct member access operator. Okay, so we are using what? Dot operator here. Okay, in the object. Get data is the one function. With the object we have another function, that is compute area we are accessing. So still we are not written anything in this function, we are just how to access I'm telling. Okay, then we have another function R1 dot display. Then we have written integer, so return 0, then close the brace. Okay, this is how we can access the member data or functions, okay, using this dot operator. Okay, so very important is we are using the dot for accessing the objects. For we can define the class name. So class, using the class name, as here we have defined the integer L and integer V. So this is automatically the private section only. If you not define also, by default any access specifier, that is the private only. Okay, so next in the public we define the three functions. Still we are not written anything in this function. If you want to access, we will tell you next how exactly you can write the function. Next, in the main function we have created the class with an object. R1 is an object. R1 dot. Dot is an operator which can be accessed the function. So all the three functions are accessed. Okay. Next. So this is a simple way of accessing the member data and member function using the dot operator. That is, we call it as member data access operator. Okay. So when you go to the next one, very important, that is member functions. Okay, so how these members are classified? Okay, member definitions are classified. So there are two types, that is inside class definition and outside class definition. Okay, so one is inside class definition, and second one is outside class definition. Outside class definition. Inside class definition and outside class definition. Okay, so when you define the inside class definition, you can define it, it's only in the class, within the class. Outside means you can define outside the class, that is from the public section also. Okay, so first we will go to the inside the class definition. Here first one, inside the class definition. So here when you go to the inside the class definition, only small functions. So when you go to the inside the class definition, what will happen? Only small functions are defined inside the class definition. Only small functions. So if there are number of functions, you can go for the outside. If there are some small functions, directly you can write it into the inside of the class definition. That's why for only small functions are defined. Small functions are defined inside the class definition. Okay, so the syntax is how you can access. It is the syntax. One is return type. Okay, next one, class name. You have to write the class name, that is user defined name. Then member functions. close use the semicolon. This is syntax, that is return type, class name, member functions with the semicolon. Okay, when you go to the simple example for this, okay, so that is inside the class. So you have to write anything functions inside the class only. Now if I take again same, that is we took as a rectangle, I will take it as a class rectangle. Okay, name of the class. Then we will define private, we will define int length, int breadth. Next, in the public section, now what we will do is inside the class, this is called inside the class. In this public, we can define the class and whatever you want to write in that particular function. So I will write here one function, that is void get data. In this function, what I will write is, you can just see, and I will just display, read and write cin length, cin breadth. This is one function. So we written in the inside of the class, that is in the public section. I will write another function, that is void display. Okay, void display. So what is this one? Is the second function in the public section. Okay, so what I will write is, here I will print just cout length, cout breadth. Close this. Okay, so one function for this one for reading, another function we return for writing. So next we will close the class with the end of the semicolon. So now whatever you return these two functions, void get data and void display, that is within the class. That's why you call it as inside the class, in the public section only. You should write in the public section. Okay, so afterwards you can write the main function. Okay, so when you want to access the main function, so here you will write the main function here, void main for this simple. So what is the class name? Rectangle. So we will create an object R. So R dot, as I told you, one function is get data underscore get data, you can access. Another function display, R dot display is another function, you can access. Close. Okay, so main important is what? Inside the class. Inside the class means within the class. So still class is not closed, now it is closing. In this class we are defined two functions. Okay, so that's why for small functions we can use the inside of the class definition, that is you should write in the public section only. Okay, so this is very important one for writing the program. So when you go for the outside of the class definition, you should remember how exactly you can write in the outside of the class definition. That is, here what you will do is, here you return public void get data. Just you will define here the name of the class, means the name of the function. Then for that function we can access outside, means outside the class. So publicly we can access outside the class. In the next class we will discuss how exactly this outside the class definition is works. Okay, so inside the class definition works only for some small functions, that is within the class definition. So within the class we can write the function. Okay, thank you very much.